Greetings, guys. Right. What a day. What a day. Right, this has to be said. I'm sorry, guys. I don't usually do things like this, but when it comes to animal welfare, it needs to be said. Now, I messaged Burgess on Facebook yesterday, just telling him that it was stupid and so silly to cancel the hamster mueslis, the dwarf and the Syrian version. And they came back with this snotty attitude where they're saying, oh, they've been doing research and they've been under the vets have been helping them, telling them better just to do nuggets. And so basically I sent one back and I was literally peeved. I said to him, and I don't usually get mad, but I said to him that you're supposed to be a company. You're supposed to offer choice and options. You're not here to dictate to owners, I said, and this is what I did say. I said, it's an owner's responsibility to feed them whatever diet they think is best for their pet. It's not your business. You're just there to make the stuff and provide this stuff for sale. And I said, I think it's very silly and bad practice that you are taking it upon yourselves to basically take away the ownership of the hamsters and wanting to be the owners yourself, really, saying do this and do that. I said, it's no way to run a business by being a dictator, and that's what I did say. I was really angry. So they sent me another one this morning as well. And they basically just said, we feel, they said, that it's becoming a problem with obesity and selective feeding. That's why we discontinued the muesli. I know it's not. They said they know it's not popular. It's not a popular decision with the customers, but they felt that they had to do it because of animal welfare, and they was only having the best interest of the hamster at heart. And I thought, what a load of BS. To be honest, I was getting really mad at this point. They said, but there's plenty of other brands out there which still do the muesli mixes. Which I thought, well, what the hell? What sort of company turns around and says that? So it's shown to me now that they don't care about the customer. And as for that rubbish about saying they care for the pet and they're doing it because they don't want hamsters getting obese and health problems. I thought, where have they been? These are from people who have never ever owned hamsters, I'm sure of it. I really am sure of it. I'm sorry I'm mad, guys, but I'm sure of it. Because they haven't got a clue. And listening to vets half the time, they don't know what they're doing half the time anyway. They can't even get cat nutrition right, never mind hamster nutrition. So I basically just sent them another one and said, oh, if that's the way you feel, then, goodbye. And I told them I'd gone to Vitacraft and Harry Hamster. So they just didn't care. I thought, that is really bad practice. And they turned around and they said, muesli is more profitable for them, but they still had to continue it for the welfare of the animal. And I thought, what a load of rubbish. What a load of rubbish. I thought, if I hear any more, I'm going to be sick, I thought. So, from now on, guys, I won't be getting anything from Burgess, treats, or anything like that. It's the principle of the thing now, because no one should be dictated to, telling you what to feed your own pet. Because when you get that pet, it's your responsibility then. You can choose what diet, but there's plenty of diets out there to feed your pet. They should be turning around and saying, right, we're stopping our muesli, but you're going to have to have the nuggets now, I'm afraid, because we think it's the right thing to do. And so they really did get a good levering off me. They really did get a good levering off me. Because I would just literally had it up to ear with them, with the BS they were coming out with. And because I said, look, I've owned hamsters for 20 years, I said. And it was going backwards and forth, these messages. And I turned around and said, hamsters have been on muesli for years, ever since they've come in England. What do you think they live on in the wild, I said. I said, they're not fat in the wild. And I try, you try telling them that hamsters just won't settle on nuggets. They may do for a little while, but after that, they're not designed for nuggets. It's a great idea, yeah, and in an ideal world, it would be better all the way around. But with hamsters, it won't work. It works with cats and it works with dogs, but it doesn't work with hamsters. It may work with the odd one or two, but again, they'd probably get fed up after a while. So it's just, and they said there's always other things to put in the bowl. Yes, and what do you think they'll go for first? They'll go for the other things in the bowl, and then the nuggets will get left. So of course, then they're not getting the nutrition. So they haven't got a clue. Not got a clue. I'm sorry, but they just not got a clue. They really haven't got a clue. So they really, really cheese me off. So I've decided, right, if that's the way they're going to be, I'm going to spread the word about Burgess, and I'm going to make sure that I never get anything of their products ever again with their name on. And it's not just that, but I've had a few comments from some of you lovely guys or owners who have been really worried and concerned and what they're feeding, what kind of feeding my hamster since Burgess has stopped, and I've had a few on Facebook as well, and I've had to recommend what I think is the next alternative, and this shouldn't be happening, really, should it, guys? They should give you an option. Because Burgess said, we did it a few years ago with rabbits and guinea pigs. They stopped the muesli with them. I thought, what has rabbits and guinea pigs got to do with it? I said, hamsters aren't rabbits. I know I've not had a rabbit since I was a child, so I don't know much about them, because that was a family pet, it wasn't mine, and a guinea pig. But I'm being honest, I don't know about them, rabbits or guinea pigs. But one thing I do know is hamsters aren't rabbits. They're not designed. They're designed to rummage and forage and look for all different foods and different things. Like, look at Arabella now. I mean, she's got loads of different goodies in her food bowl, and she loves it. But yeah, I guarantee when I change it tomorrow night, the only thing that'll be left is the nuggets, because there's some pets' own nuggets in there. So it's just annoying. It's not the fact that they're bringing nuggets out. That's fine if they want to bring nuggets out, and some owners like to give their hamster nuggets because they'll eat them. I'm not disputing that. It's the fact that they're dictating to us. They're literally dictating to us, and expect to get away with it, and still expect people to keep the profits up by buying the nuggets. And that's what I don't like. I don't like being dictated to. It's a free country. As long as you're not giving the hamster a bad diet, there's nothing wrong with mueslis. As long as you get the right muesli. As you know, in my reviews, we've seen some dreadful ones. Well, we've seen some really good ones. And there's more and more companies are stopping muesli, and it's getting really scary. Because now BFR, they've stopped their extra vital muesli. So they're phasing it out now, and they're just bringing the nuggets in full force. They're listening to people who've never owned a flipping hamster, that's what it is. And they've got no idea. They really haven't. It causes obesity, and it causes this, and it causes that. And I'm thinking, what about hamsters when we were kids? What about before that? Like when probably our parents' time when they were kids and hamsters there were no nuggets then. They had to go to pet shop and just get the normal generic mix. There was no Harry hamster. There were no high quality food, and the hamsters lived a normal life. So I don't know. They just haven't got a clue. They really have made a big mistake. And so they've lost me now with everything. I was going to still get their treats on the odd occasion, but I'm not getting the treats now. I'm not having nothing to do with them. After sending me that message, and the way they say, there's plenty of other brands out there. And they just said, well, stuff you, we don't need your custom. I thought, well, I don't need yours, mate, either. So, come here, Bella. So that's my, I just thought I'd let you know, guys, that I just thought I'd message them and find out really if there's any hope of them bringing it back, and there's no hope whatsoever. So, and it's not just that, but if you go on the Facebook page, the Burgess one, there's a lot of people on there really upset because they've not just done that, they've stopped certain dog foods as well, and there was one woman on there, and it's really sad. She could only buy, because she said she had a greyhound, so she could only buy special food. I mean, I don't know nothing about greyhounds, so I don't know. But she could only buy the Burgess, this special food, because they have sensitive tummies. And they're going to stop it, just like, we're not making it anymore. So she had to find another brand, and as she couldn't switch it over, she had to give the new brand. The dog's been poorly. So she said, thanks, Burgess, you made my dog very poorly. I think it's absolutely disgusting. It really is. So anyway, I just want to let you know about that, guys. It's about Burgess, but it is worrying, very worrying. But I rang Pets at Home today, and they said they're not changing theirs, so you still have a choice with Pets at Home. Our hamster's still fine, and Vitacraft's still fine. JR Farm, well, I have heard, but I'm not quite sure. They're still selling it at Amazon at the moment, but they've stopped selling it on Zooplus now, so I believe. So they're stopping, I've heard that they're stopping the JR Farm mueslis. I've heard, but I'm not sure about this one yet, it's Bunny Dream. They've stopped the expert one, the Syrian one. So I don't know, it looks like they'll be bringing nuggets out as well. But up to now, the Dwarf Expert is still available, and the Syrian Basic. So what I'm going to do, guys, because I've had enough of this, for Dwarfs anyway, with Syrians, we're alright with Syrians at the moment, but I am deciding I'm going to do my own, because someone said to me today, they said, have you ever thought of doing your own made hamster mix? And so I am doing that. I'm working on it really hard from today. Well, from today, I've been thinking about what to do about it. So from tomorrow, I'll be working very, very hard, working how to make an homemade muesli, and just in case Harry Hamster stops or any of the others, and then we'll have it. I'll have it there as a backup, and then once I've done all the nutritional balance and checked that and everything. Well, you miss it. Back it in. Then I'll show you what I put in it and see what you think if you want to follow the diet. But I was basically told that if you're doing your own made mix, I was told by that nice girl at Pets Home. She's a lovely girl. I keep mentioning her because she's lovely. But she really is lovely. She's having a baby soon, so she's going on maternity leave, bless her. So anyway, she was saying that if you really want to make your own made muesli mix, she said make sure that you do put some nuggets in it anyway, so they're getting some balance, or you can crush the nuggets up. But she says basically for dwarfs, the main part of the diet really is millet and other stuff. And so I'm going to get a list. I'm going to do my research, and then work out all the nutritional balance, and then work out all the cost, and then with that it's more adaptable. You can adapt as well, because I'm sick and tired of this with companies now. So I'll be having that as a backup, and so I know if it does come in an emergency, then I could just switch to that diet with no problem. So if I can get most of the ingredients from Holland and Barrett and Pets at Home, and also do like a Syrian version as well. But I think basically it'll probably be very similar. So it might take me a while to work out everything, because I'll have to do everything by scratch, every bit of ingredient, work out the nutritional balance, and then see what happens then, because I've had enough now. So, and then I'll share it with you guys. So watch this space. So guys, we'll get off that now and get onto something a bit better. I can't use the the playpen anymore for Archie, because he's making me laugh. He's so funny. Because what happened is, I put him in the pen one night, and I literally saw him squeeze right through the bar. Literally just went right through it. I thought, what the hell? So luckily he was on the bed, so I caught him. It was really, really touch and go. I thought I had to move very slowly. I thought, don't move, because if you move, he'll fall off the bed. Luckily, I put my hand over him and got him, and then I had to block off the pen on the outside for a while. So I thought I'm going to have to look for a better solution for him. So I couldn't believe it. I put my hands through it as well. My hands went right up to about there. And the bars just bend as well. So I thought, oh God, can't use that again. So about 2 days after, went in Asda's, and I saw this big storage box. And the lid opened like that, open it. When you don't take the old lid off, it just opens at the side, like that, each side. Perfect. And he loves it. He absolutely loves it. I put him in there for about 45 minutes each night, and I put his toys in there, and his little hider, his tubes, and he loves it. I'll show it you after when he's due to come out. And he absolutely loves it. He loves it. So, and it was only £6. It's only £6. So it'll also make a brilliant taming box, because it's so big, and you can put your hands in, and it's got air rolls in it at the top, ready made as well. I've never seen anything like it. It's really good, but I'll show it you after. So that's that out of the way. What else have I got to say? Oh yeah, I'm getting a new cat soon. Hopefully, I'm just waiting for the shelter to ring tomorrow, the sanctuary, and the third pet I'm getting, I've not quite finished the research yet. I don't feel quite confident in getting it yet till I finish my research. But I'll tell you, I really do want a leopard gecko. So I'm not finished my research yet on that. But I want to make sure of the disadvantages as well as the advantages, and so it was between that and a couple of gerbils. So I've nearly finished most of the research on the gerbils, because it's quite self-explanatory with gerbils, so it's quite simple. So once I've got both the information at hand, I'll then decide then which one do I want. Do I want a gecko, or do I want a gerbil? 2 gerbils, sorry. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to go now for this segment, and then I'll be back in a bit with Archie, and I'll show you the pen, and we'll have a little quick chat then. So, see the mins. Right, guys, here I am again. I was going to do the other bit last night to add it on, about the new playpen, but I didn't get round to it because it was just so busy afterwards. So I'm adding it now to this video. So obviously it's daytime now. So Archie's in his cage. So, but what I'll do is I'll show you this why it's all quiet and peaceful. So this is the playpen I got. I'm only using it for a playpen and also taming box. So, but it is big. Because it's 75 centimetres that way, which is quite okay for a playpen. I mean, I just love it. I got this from Asda, so I'll just shut this lid as well. Now these do shut proper, you just fold them in, but I won't do that yet because it'll just take up most of the video. Well, not most of the video, but... So that's why it's like closed. This was £6 from Asda. And it's perfect. Usually I would get them bigger but shorter, or bigger but longer, and smaller but longer. And this was just it fitted the bill for a robo. And so here's the it's even got inbuilt air rolls as well, if you can see. There's the air rolls. And they're at a length where a robo can't get to. Now, if you've got a Syrian in here taming, taming a Syrian in here, then you would need to keep a supervision. Obviously, while you're taming, you are supervising them anyway. So, so you need to keep an eye on that so they don't get the teeth on that because they're taller. So as you can see, they'd probably be able to reach. I'm not quite sure because I've not had a Syrian in a couple of months. But I think they could. A dwarf, you'd be fine as well. As long as you don't put anything like at the side, like they can climb up, should be fine. At this side, again, another set of air rolls. So if you're really worried, so like you've got your little Amy in there, and you're using it as a playpen, and your phone rings, or someone knocks at the door, you could quickly just close this, and it will shut proper once you folded it. It just folds in, like so like that teeth fits into that, and then that'll go underneath there, so on and so on, and then it'll just completely shut. So then, and you won't have to worry about them not getting any air or not breathing because they've both got a set of air rolls. And Archie loves it. He absolutely loves it. Like now, I'll show you inside. Because I can put him in here and he has a good run. I'll put his, these always stay in these. But I'll put like his, an house in here for him to run in. I'll put his little sand bath in. So at night I always make it different for him. Sometimes I'll put the house there, and so he has a good run. And I moved this and I put his wheel there in case he wants to have a good jog. And sometimes I don't always put the wheel in. And yeah, he has a good run. And I can basically just once the lids are shut, well, I usually keep one open just so I can see because if I had them both open, I won't be able to see. And but if I had them both shut, then I don't really need to, unless I'm going out of the room for quite a while. But I can just see him running about, playing, whatever, and he just loves it. He really likes it. I think he does like it better than the other pen, which he kept escaping through the bars, like I mentioned. But yeah, he's perfect, absolutely perfect. Now remember, guys, what like I said, in a while ago, with fleece, only use fleece under supervision, and only for playtime. Never ever put it in the cage, because if they start tugging at it and eating it, well, you know what'll happen. You know what could happen. So yeah. So always use fleece under supervision. And yeah, so that's his new playpen. So I'll shut the door for you and I'll show you what it's like. So just hold on a minute before I go. Right, guys, as you can see, it's firmly shut now. They're all clicking together, and it's fine. So if you fancy this, even if it's just for a taming box, and you fancy this, it's £6 at Asda, and it's perfect. And you can see your Amy. So while you're doing the odd jobs at night, while you spot cleaning the cage, you can just put your Amy in there, not have to worry about them scraping through bars. And depending on what type of Amy you've got, if you've got a Syrian, then you leave this shut, but I would put something on it on top just in case, if you're going out the room for a while, just in case. Because they might have the strength to lift it up, but I'm not sure. I've not got a Syrian at the moment to try it out on, but a robo, you'd be fine. A dwarf, you'd be fine. So it's just, look, you can adapt it to whatever you want, put whatever toys in you want, and if you're using it as a taming box, then, well, you just put in what you need whichever taming method you use. And if it's a playpen, like I said, you just put whatever toys in you want. You don't have to have fleece in it. You can use your normal standard bedding. And but if you do that, they probably won't end up playing and getting exercise. They'll probably just snuggle under the your bedding, Kerfresh or whatever you use, KT or sawdust, whatever you use. So that's why the reason I use fleece, so that they got a nice, smooth, even place to run. and I could keep my eye on them, and just wash it regular, and it's done and dusted. And then once they've had the playtime in there, he's had his playtime, I'll just put him back in his cage and he's hunky-dory. So this is a great solution. Well, for Archie anyway. So, because I can't let him free range like Casper and Arabella, because he is so fast. And I don't want him falling off the bed or getting under the bed or under cracks and things like that. So I've adapted it to his needs, and if I find even a bigger box with the same height, then I'll get that as well, and he'll have even more space in a playpen to play about him. But he just loves it. He goes under the tunnels. He loves it. So that's it, guys. Hope you like this video, and we'll... sorry about the gripe about Burgess, but it had to be said. And, yeah, catch you later.